Look at these keys. Look how many keys. Got everything. Do I need to take anything else? Nope. So light just still on here. Another brilliant day. Let's go. Wow, look at you, baby. I love the way how we can just walk up the stairs without having to hold it. Tried to make an effort today. Sure? Right, come on, yes. Let's go. Come on. Very excited today, taking my family to work with me. Why does my voice sound so croaky? Yassine has a hospital appointment at 12, but it clashes with a podcast that Zaid's got at 11. So I'm going in purely to drop off the memory cards and set everything up, I guess, and then go into the hospital. But these guys get to see the studio. Oh my God, why is he doing that for? It's not funny. Not a great start to family work day. First few days of Ramadan have not been smooth sailing. It's funny, isn't it, how life works. You expect, or in your brain, you envision something to be in a certain way, and it doesn't turn out to be that way. That's kind of what Ramadan has been like so far. What are we in, day 4? Yesterday in Tarawih, they made the point that we're 10% of the way there. 10% done already, and what have I got to show for it? Absolutely nothing. The routine for me is the big one. Like, changing this routine has been the most frustrating part of the whole Ramadan sort of experience, because the days are short, number one. Number two, I'm still trying to figure out what the best way of sleeping is. Do I sleep straight away after coming back home and then wake up for suhoor and then stay awake? Or do I go back to sleep and then wake up and then stay up later in the night? I just don't know. And the brain fog, the lack of energy, the lack of concentration throughout the day, I just get a bit too much. I'm not going to take my bag because I don't think... Come on, mister.
You go to work.
Assalamu alaikum. It's my little surprise. How you doing, bro? Yeah, I was just gonna go myself. Right. Very excited for this one because it's an amazing initiative. We have our first guest of the day, Atia Lockhart. She's doing some amazing work with Zubaydah Welcome, a charity which essentially teaches refugee children how to read Quran. Is that right?
Yes, it is.
Perfect. All right, we're going to get started.
That I touched on with Ghazi. I thought that's what we were going to talk about on the podcast, but we didn't even talk about it, right?
Of a leading charity.
One of the a national award-winning.
That's the one. Award.
Thank you for having. Assalamu alaikum.
The podcast is recording. Zaid is in the flow of things. I'm just going to make my way downstairs now. Rakib is going to be here in the next 20-25 minutes, inshallah. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm just leaving. I'll be back afterwards, but I need to leave now, otherwise I won't make it on time. It's good as new. She's got a re-bandage. It's going to take about 3 weeks to recover. It looked very, very bad. Very, very bad. All right, family, are we ready to go? Yeah, everybody all right?
ولولا إذ سمعتموه قلتم ما يكون لنا أن نتكلم بهذا سبحانك هذا بهتان عظيم يعظكم الله أن تعودوا لمثله أبدا إن كنتم مؤمنين ويبين الله لكم الآيات والله عليم حكيم.
So it's unfortunate that I haven't been able to release the vlog for the last 2 days. I feel incredibly embarrassed and irritated at myself that it's come to this. Obviously, the whole notion of a daily vlog is that you have something to watch every single day. I'm trying to justify it by saying, well, at least I'm filming a vlog every day. Still not good enough. It's not good enough. it's not good enough. The pressure to do these vlogs and maintain everything else is just, I think it's getting a little bit out of hand. It's the life we chose.
إن الذين يحبون أن تشيع الفاحشة في الذين آمنوا لهم عذاب أليم في الدنيا والآخرة والله يعلم وأنتم لا تعلمون.
There's a second podcast, so Atiya's obviously finished hers. There's another one. I'm going to go upstairs and see how the boys are doing. And then I need to sit down, do some editing.
And then getting back to 5 hours later because that may be too late. If a person threatens about suicide, we have to ring 999 up.
You know, so we make it a thing, like after every pod, you guys take a picture.
Basically, I got a 2% share, 3% share in the supermarket.
The boys have left. I just had a call with Tanim. I thought it was at 3 o'clock, but actually it was at 2 o'clock, so my bad. Whoa. I'm gonna leave here soon. Just kind of doing some quick admin stuff, and then I'm gonna leave to go home. There's no need for me to go to the office. I would really like to spend a good day here, just fixing everything, but stuff needs to be ordered. We put a tree in that corner. I think it looks quite nice. And we're gonna put the mics on these arms instead of having it kind of crossed like that. Honestly, I think I'm getting a little bit tired of vlogging the journey back and forth. I think there's been too much of that today. So quick transition back to home. Have you been using too many screens today? We need to put phones away. If anything, just put the iftar is in about 3 or 4 minutes, and I'm changing the strategy today. After Taraweeh, I'm staying up all night until Fajr. That's how we're going to make sure that productivity stays here. Decided to wear a thobe. I want to tell you this weird encounter that I had today. Very strange. There's this guy whose YouTube channel I came across. Very strange. 17-year-old kid. He hasn't even got 100 subscribers. And what drew me to his video was the fact that he was doing a kind of like a daily vlog, but he called it A Day in the Life. And there was a series, and that was like episode 5. And it barely had like 30 views. But I wanted to go on it because I think the real gems are hidden beneath all of the mainstream, creators. There are special gifted individuals out there. Anyway, clicked onto his video, was just watching it. Initially, I thought he was from America because he's got like this American accent. However, later find out in the video where he's on a bus that actually he's in London. Even more strange, the environment looked very familiar. It's like I've seen it before. Obviously I have, I live somewhat in London on the outskirts, but this looked even more familiar. So as I'm watching the video, I noticed that the bus, one of the buses, the name on them was where I live. And I was like, whoa, okay, so this guy's proper local. So obviously the YouTube algorithms picked up the fact that this is a creator who's making videos, who lives in the same area as you geographically, so it suggested it to me. I've watched it. 17-year-old kid, does videography, and starting from very humble beginnings, doing shoots for like the local barbershops, etc, etc. Yeah, I was very impressed with his approach, his ambitious drive, the spirit that he's got, that natural entrepreneurial spirit of never say never. Fast forward to today, I always thought, it'll be likely that I would bump into him or see him around because he lives in the same town. So today Yasmin had an appointment at the clinic to get her arm rewrapped. I go in there and lo and behold, he's there with his mum. Very strange. Very, very strange situation. He's got less than 100 subscribers, and less than 24 hours after watching those videos, I see him. Weird. We then have a conversation, very brief. You know, I let him know, like, look, I've seen your videos on YouTube, and it put a smile on his face. We exchanged numbers, and we're going to be staying in touch. He's a Muslim brother as well, so, you know, it just made me think and posed an opportunity for me personally to be able to influence someone, maybe craft their personality. There's something about being able to help someone in the right sort of way, or the way that I believe is right, correct, moral, ethical. I've always wanted to help people and do good by people, and this just served itself on a platter for me as an opportunity to help someone who's in the creative field, someone who has, you know, grandiose dreams and visions. And I kind of saw myself in him a little bit because I'm very familiar with the journey that he's on. I've also in the past done videos for barbershops. I've come from that world. So, I don't know, it poses an opportunity for me to show him the work that we're doing, why it matters, and hopefully try and inspire him to do the same thing. Because the work that we're doing shouldn't be made light of. It's, I believe, one of the most important jobs to change the perception or to shift the narrative. I'm finding it very difficult to put into words what I'm trying to say, but look, essentially running into this young man and having the opportunity of morphing him or guiding him to do the work which matters the most, which is the work that we're doing right now, essentially rewiring the Muslim brain. We've come through phases. Especially in the West, I'm talking about the West specifically, in the 21st century, where the Muslim mind has been almost fed propaganda to believe or to bow to its false image, a mirage, an illusion of self-pity, of self-sabotage, and in most cases, feeling inferior or feeling guilt. So what we're doing here is that we're trying to change that narrative, empower people into understanding that we hold something far more valuable than anyone else in the world. Our aqidah, our belief, is the most superior. There is no need to shy away from it, only to embrace it. And in an ever-changing world, there is scope for us to lead that path. Maybe not right now, but we need to internalize change. We need to recreate the perception of what it is to be a Muslim and what it is to belong to our faith, our communities. That's the work that we're doing. And that work requires a lot of attention. It requires heavy investment. More than financial investment, it is people on the front line. People who are willing to sacrifice their skills and abilities in order to move the needle forward so that we can eventually, number one, overcome this mindset barrier, and number two, act accordingly, act in a way where we can be self-sufficient. I'm gonna stop waffling on, but yeah, I just thought, you know, everything happens for a reason, and I strongly believe that Allah made all of those events happen in the last 24 hours for a reason.